Happy Tuesday, everybody. So this is the first market update for March, and usually I like to spend longer time to plan for the month. There's a very powerful timing tool, seasonal chart, that I combine with price action, which I love to show you today. So let's jump right in. As you can see from the seasonal chart, for all major instruments is provided from MMC. I'll focus on the presidential cycle, which seems to be following it very well. Let's focus on the dollar index. We can see three different lines from the chart. The purple line is the election year. The blue line is all time. And the yellow-orange line is the weighted average. Okay. All three lines you can see typically kind of made a low and then bounce back up until April. So from sort of the middle of March time should have a bullish run. Okay. Seasonal chart is not execution indicator. It is simply just a timing tool that I work with price action from the dollar index chart. So let's jump into the dollar index chart and see if there is any bullish indication. This is the dollar index weekly chart. Last week it was a low test bullish reversal bar. As we can see, price starting to turn bearish from middle of April last year. Went on a very strong bearish run to August, small bounce, another push lower, and then kind of making a base since January 2021. Okay, which you can see the selling momentum clearly is a lot weaker right now. What I often do is to look at history to reference similar behavior that happened in the past. Around 2017 January, when on a bearish run, strong selling momentum till September, weekly phase 2, and then a final push lower to 2018 February, made a base, and then reverse. If history happened again, how high can dollar index go? I drew a trend line to measure the last movement back in 2018. So I'll use the same. Drag it over to the low. And then you can see it coincides with the last support resistance zone, which is around the 96.33 area, which is a great indication for my profit target. Dropping down to a daily chart, we can see a bit of base forming up. Okay, I see price ranging in this area for a little while. Okay, I see price probably pulling back to around the 90 area, make a low, potentially break through to the 96 area. This is going to be a reversal trade. Based on what I see from the seasonal chart and other instrument behavior, I'll be aggressive to take this reversal trade. Of course, you can wait for price to break above this area, 91.60, for trend following. I don't usually trade the dollar index, so I have to look for another forex pair to sell against the dollar. This brings me to use another tool, currency matrix indicator from MMC. This indicator measures the strength of each of the currency, so it shows which is the strongest and which one is the weakest. You can see from the picture, Swissy, Japanese yen, euro are the weakest. In particularly, the Swissy is the weakest. So now it narrowed down for me to find a pair to sell against the dollar. If you're interested in the seasonal chart and the matrix indicator, I'll drop a link below. You can go to MMC and check it out for yourself. It is very powerful if you use it accurately. Let me jump into the dollar Swiss chart. start with weekly. You can see, let me drag this trend line back first. You can see there's some bullish momentum from a weekly chart already. Okay, so making them a base. A bit similar like 2018, bearish run, suddenly reversed. Okay, so around here, bearish run, made a base and reversed. Dropping down to the daily chart, we can see we hit to a soft level resistance. I like to see price have a daily pullback back above the 1930, 1920 monthly pivot area and continue the run. Okay, if this trade go according to plan, you can see the blue box there. We got 608 pips to grab, which is a very, very nice swing trade. I'm an end of day trader, so I like to plan and get into a position and stay as long as possible. I might even scale in around this trade just to fully capitalize the potential. The other instrument I'm interested in is gold. Let me start off with the seasonal chart again. Again, I'm focusing on the purple line, which seems to be following very well this year. You can see price typically make a low early middle part of March and start to rally. Price make a high around end of March and start turning into a bearish run until sort of July. Let me jump into the gold chart. Weekly, we are on a weekly downtrend, so selling momentum is getting stronger. Dropping down to the daily chart, we can see a channel formed up. Today's potentially a low test, but I like to see price go a little bit lower to increase my risk to reward, because my take profit, if I'm going to go long, would be under the monthly pivot, which is around the 1770 area. I'm not planning this bullish run to break due to many other factors. MMC done a very, very insightful video on YouTube. I'll drop the link below for you. He correlated with the bond markets to gold to see what direction gold potentially is going, which is very helpful. I recommend all of you to go and check it out. It's a 10 minutes video, very insightful. So my plan is to wait until I see sort of reversal signal, potentially a little bit lower, then go long under the monthly pivot on gold. Gold usually have a very strong inverse correlation to US dollar. So if I see dollar pulling back short term and gold potentially going up, I'll use it to time together. When I see dollar made a base and gold probably show reversal signal under the monthly pivot, then I'd probably look to close my gold trade if I do take a long trade on gold and turn into a dollar buyer. The last market that I would like to cover is the crypto space, as I have quite a few inquiries from Instagram asking me where do I see Bitcoin and Ethereum going. I usually just look for the most liquid instrument out of the crypto space to predefine where is the whole crypto markets doing. As I'm very much into market correlation, so I don't believe instruments move randomly, and I certainly don't like instrument move individually. Also, this saves time to go through thousands of crypto pairs. So my method is just to go through Bitcoin and Ethereum and see what indication is providing from the chart. Let's start off with Bitcoin weekly chart. We can see last week was a bearish outside bar, which is a very strong reversal bar. It's kind of telling me that buyers are no longer interested to buy at this level. Dropping down to a daily chart. We saw a bit of buying yesterday, now no follow through. If price break below the 42,000 area, I do see price dropping back to the mid 20, potentially around the 20,000 area, which I'd be more than happy to become a buyer again. I did a YouTube video about a month ago. We will see a lot more detail on that. I can drop the link below so you can follow it if you like. Let's jump to the Ethereum chart. Again, start off with weekly. You can see last week's bar was a bearish outside bar. Very, very strong reversal bar. Same thing, it's telling me that buyers probably not interested to buy at this level anymore. Dropping down to daily, you can see I draw a level through here. If price drop below the 1,270 area, potentially we'll see 800 or even lower. Okay, it is very difficult to time where exactly is the low. So around 800, I'm happy to start accumulating. If it drop lower, I'm happy to buy some more just to get an average portfolio. I hope it all makes sense, as successful trading is all about planning ahead. Imagine you jump into the market without planning. The anxiety, excitement is too much to handle. I often said, systems only 20% of the successful trading. Psychology and planning take most of the part. It's nice to see all of you again. So until next week, happy trading, healthy investing. Thank you. Goodbye.